Morning guys, hello again and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. I think today I'm going to try and spend a bit of time on the river and see what we can see there. I think you probably know what I'm hoping for. Hope to get some shots of kingfisher and a bit of footage, possibly otters. So yeah, we're going to go to a nice little secluded bit, and I've got I brought the portable hide today. I think quite often the emphasis is put on stealth and camouflage, and which in certain cases is very true, but I've found over years of photographing them that they're not necessarily put off by people who aren't camoed up or who aren't kind of blending in with the background. You know, many times I've been on the river casually, just carrying a camera and not really planning anything, and come across kingfishers that have been sat there, only a few feet away. So you are able to photograph them without having lots of camouflage gear and things like that. So don't be put off because you haven't got any of that gear and it's quite expensive. But today I just thought I'd show you the portable hide. It's small, lightweight, carry it on your back. It's got an incorporated kind of festival seat within it, which is quite comfy. So you just sat there in the hide, and there's an opening for your camera and a couple of few windows around that you can look out from. So yeah, so that's the plan for today, and the weather looks okay at the moment. Really bright and sunny. I think it's forecast a bit of cloud, but it should remain dry and quite warm today for the time of the year. So it should be okay. And what's not to like about sitting on the riverbank when you've got a few hours to spare? So that's what we're doing, and let's go. Come on into the hide. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Right, well, this is it. Lovely comfy chair. Secluded from the wildlife. And just look at that misty river. Ooh, so, what do you think? It's a perfect place for whiling away a couple of hours wildlife watching and photographing, and generally immersing yourself in birdsong and all of the visual stimulus that nature has to offer, especially on a morning like this. Nice and cool. It's about 6 degrees this morning. Lovely clear skies, nice light. I just know it's going to warm up, so we're going to get some heat haze in a couple of hours at least. So just enjoy the morning while it's cool, photography wise. So yeah, so this is it. So this is a Nighthawk. That's the make of the Kingfishers. Oh, 2 Kingfishers up there then. Yeah, the make of the hide is a company called Nighthawk, and I'll put a link in the description where I got it. But yeah, really lightweight, portable, nice quality build, lots of viewing holes, 2 on that side, the big one at the front for your camera, and also another small one underneath there, 2 on this side, so you don't have to just distracted by another bird. Yeah, and then it just folds away in 30 seconds. Just just pull back the actual hide bit. It's attached to the chair, so it just folds up over the chair. Then you just wrap it up and clip it together with the strap that's attached to the outside of it anyway. Then you put it in the bag, and then the bag goes on you like a rucksack. Really lightweight, so yeah, it's a good solution for easy portable hide to take with you anywhere, really. I mean, I walk a good few miles with it to go to some places, and just sit and wait in anonymity and peace and quiet, and the wildlife doesn't care that you're there. So I do love it here. And you saw you saw me fighting the way. I mean, it's a while since I've been, to be honest, but that shows you how infrequently this bit's used sometimes by fishermen who've got permission to fish here, but otherwise it's generally, those nettles were 6 foot high, and I know they grow quickly, but there's a good couple of months there that, or at least a month that someone's not been this way. So yeah, it's a nice little spot. So on that note, I think it's time for a coffee, don't you? And that mist is still lingering there. When I was driving down, there was lots and lots of mist. I could see it over the floodplain. But then when I parked up and started walking towards the river, all of that had cleared. So you can tell how quickly the temperature's rising from the base 6 degrees that it was. Right, brew time. Well, it's nice just sitting here in peace and quiet and just listening to what's around you. And yeah, it's a good time to kind of recharge after a working week, or if you're feeling a bit run down, or whatever you may have been going through. Friend issues, family issues, relationship issues, doesn't matter. I think if you've got an outlet that it's something that you enjoy, it's definitely needed. People do need those things in their lives. You need to look after yourself at times, and this definitely recharges my batteries. Yeah, albeit it's fairly quiet, but I don't mind that at all. I really like my own company anyway. Alone in my own thoughts. Planning photo shoots or planning the week ahead, or whatever it may be. I find it really helpful to have these kind of isolating moments. I must say, I think last few times I've been to this river, when I say the last few times, it's over a good long period. I would say probably 6 months, over the last 6 months. Comparing it to, say, the prior 6 months, or the 2 years before that, there are a lower number of kingfishers here. Now, I'm not sure what that's down to. I'm not sure at all, because I've been coming here for a number of years, and there's always been plenty kingfishers all along this stretch, as far as I've ever gone, really. And it may be that there's still the same number, because you're never going to, I just saw one then, but you're never going to get 10 in one place, or, you know, they're very territorial, so they will chase off others, so you're not going to get a big bunch of kingfishers in one place. And this may just be a quiet morning, simple as that, and the few times that I've been in the last 6 months may also have been, you know, quite a few hours that have been there, so it could just be a coincidence. And the fact that I've seen 3 already, although they've not been hanging around, they've been bombing through like a highway. I think the first 2, one was chasing another one off its territory, it looked like. So yeah, I'm probably thinking about it. It's I mean, nothing's changed with the river. The only thing I can think of is water quality, but I mean, this still looks okay. There's still fish in here, so, you know, I've not heard any reports that this river has been polluted by the sewage outflows to a great extent. So just think, what's that? It's difficult to do one-handed. It's another grey wagtail. What was I saying? Oh, I think that was a Chetty's warbler then. Yeah, grey wagtail. Yeah, regarding the kingfishers, so, you know, there's been no other major disturbance along these stretches of the river, so the river's pretty much the same as it was. So my conclusion is that it is just, coincidentally, it's been quiet periods the last few times I've been here. So yeah, no need to worry, I don't think. Anyway, I'll still keep monitoring it when I come back, but just going to enjoy the coffee and the peace and quiet. I'll give you a shout if anything turns up. Right guys, got a kingfisher just landed down there. I'll see if I can zoom in, show you. I don't know if you can see that. Not again, miles away. Oh, no, it's coming. Oh, where's it gone now? I just Just had to turn you off then for a minute because there was one flying around and I was trying to follow it, but I had you in the other hand and I couldn't, so I just had to turn you off and put you down. Anyway, it's gone now, so hopefully it'll come back in a bit. Well, having said what I just said earlier on, there seems to be a bit more activity now, so just disregard what I said earlier. Oh, we've got a kingfisher. Go on. Got two. Oh, they just flown off. Well, there's two of them then. Can hear them up the river. Hopefully they're going to come back. I'm just having a coffee while we're waiting for the return of the magnificent kingfishers. I just thought I'd tell you about. So I'm sat on the riverbank today, which is a bit of a departure from yesterday when I went out into the middle of Poole Harbour on my kayak pre-sunrise. So I got there at 5:30 and it was an incredible day. I went hoping to photograph 2 resident white-tailed eagles because there's a part of the harbour that they like to frequent a lot, and I was going to kayak past that, which I did. I didn't see them. The main reason I went out on the kayak for that particular photo shoot was to photograph the ospreys, hoping to photograph them from within the body of water at kind of water level, obviously, rather than half a mile away on the bank or on the shores of the harbour. And it's the time of year now when soon they're going to be leaving and migrating down to West Africa, so it was a perfect opportunity for me to do it because the weather forecast was good, and I know for the last few days there'd been quite a number of ospreys seen in and around the harbour, so I knew there were ospreys still here. The weather was going to be good, and I had the time to do it, so I did go, and yeah, it was amazing. At one point, for the vast majority of the time I was out on the water, there was at least 3 ospreys flying around me and diving and fishing. Kingfisher. But there were extended periods of 7 ospreys or 6 ospreys. So at one point there was 7, and a number of times there were 6, all flying around, all diving, attempting to dive, and just scanning the water. And I didn't know where to point the camera. It was amazing, really. I just thought I'd tell you, and then a bit of a departure from that today. Sat quietly on the riverbank. But what a lovely variety of photo shoots and kind of environments. Anyway, there'll be a video coming out of the ospreys at some point, which you can go and watch that if and when it's out. And there are a few bits that of footage that I couldn't use because for some reason the GoPro corrupted them. But anyway, yeah, Kingfishers. Anyway, just thought I'd tell you. Right, let me concentrate. Right, that's it at the river, guys. I didn't film packing up or walking to or from the river because I just prefer to keep that a bit of a hidden place, so that's the only reason. But yeah, so we did see quite a few, and you know what, ironically, after everything I'd said about me thinking it was there may have been fewer kingfishers in that area along that stretch than in recent years, when I was walking away I heard 3 different kingfishers there's like a row of trees, well, I think they were all trees, but they weren't massively tall, they were really bushy. Anyway, that's semantics. I heard 3 different birds, all sat in different bits along there, chirping away at each other. And you could tell they were all different birds and they weren't sat together, because I'd hear one through that ear just there, and then one was kind of in front of me and one was to the right. So yeah, I thought that was quite ironic that I'd been questioning whether it was slightly quieter and less populated along there than it has been, and then they're just literally everywhere when I was walking away. So, and I did see plenty of them while we were there. Most of the time they were just kind of flying up and down the river, but we got a couple perching on a couple of occasions, so I'll put those up. I'll put those images up for you, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, it was a really nice few hours on the riverbank in the Hyde, and I'll take you along next time. So Yeah, so thanks guys, and if you liked it, I'd really appreciate you by pushing the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, again, that'd be so helpful to the channel and I'd really appreciate it. So yeah, like and subscribe if you feel that way inclined, but I'd be really grateful. Okay, right, thanks guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.